Hey there, so the next thing that we're going to have to do is to wrangle our data. So what we're going to have to do is use dplyr for doing that. And so we noticed actually with our data that we had this annoying prefix here, this AFS for prefix and this cred prefix. But apart from that, like the variables are kind of the same, but they've just got this janky prefix in front of them, which is kind of terrible. So we're going to have to rename our columns, and so what we can do is actually we can run just a simple function here, rename columns, and let's just have what the prefix is, let's have what the data set is, just so we can like reuse this code across our two different data sets. And so it's just a simple like substitution of whatever the prefix is, just want to remove it. And we want to remove it from all the names in our data set. So just unpacking this. So if we do names of AFS, we have all the names in our data set, and if we do names of credit, we get all the names in our credit data set. So that's what that's going to do. That's just going to substitute for any of the prefixes, for the prefix that we care about, that we're going to pass in. We're going to make that just go away, and from the names of our data set. So how this actually works is, let's do this. Let's actually say rename cols, and we're going to put in this prefix AFS underscore, and this is from our AFS dataset. And so what I'm expecting is that that pesky prefix is going to go away, assuming I haven't made a mistake. Okay, so that's the function. There we are. There we are. Okay. So cleaning data is actually kind of fun in R, and then you can actually do the same thing for the credit data set. I love it. Like, I fully nerd out on cleaning data. R makes it really enjoyable. It's kind of like, yeah, pandas, I suppose. But yeah, I find it really quite fun to use, because doing this in Excel would be a little bit painful. Anyway, there we are. Oops, I made a mistake. Oh, look at that, I made a mistake. So cred underscore. Yeah, see, I did that on purpose, just to prove to you that smart guys can make mistakes too. I just saw as well, there's a couple of things worth noting. So on the AFS dataset, we have this, again, this janky ADD thing here, and we don't have it on the state. So this line of code here is just going to remove that. And we also have this weird thing where it's like local here and locality here. So this line of code, just change that. And so now what we should have is like for like variable names. Now, to save some bit of time on this video, I'm not going to show actually typing this in, but what you can do is you can look for the names that are in each sort of data set, and you can get a list of the ones that are common. And so you look at the AFS data set, and then you can see here we've got a list of the common names, which we can then pass into other stuff. So here are the common names. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. So then what we can do here is then we can just select the, this is again dplyr syntax, so select with the data set the common names, and again with the credit data set select the common names. So what we should have here now are both data sets with the same number of variables, because they're just the common variables within each data set. And now what I'm doing here is, this is again dplyr bind rows, so we're getting the AFS dataset and we're putting in the credit dataset behind it. We have just the variables that are common to each, and we're just smushing them together. So if I run this, then we have this stat, and that looks like it's about the right number. Open it up, and we've got AFS at the top, common variables, and credit license at the bottom. So there we are. We've just done a whole heap of data hacking, and the only thing that I need to do is to change the type of the start date to a date variable, because I think it's stored as a factor here, as a character, yeah, so I need to change that to a date. And this line of code does that. So I'm going to mutate the data set, and I'm going to have the start date, and I'm going to call in this, the actual format of it is day, month, year. So I'm going to specify the day, month, year from the lubricate package, which I probably need to write here. Library lubricate, and that should work. That should then recognize that as a date object. Oh, sorry, transform it to a date object. There was some 10 missing variables, but there we are. That's now a date in the date format. And that's it. That's it for wrangling the data.